Welcome to Good Morning Football. We are live at NFL Experience Times Square, New York City on this Monday. It's August 13th. Football is here. We've got preseason week 2 just ahead, but not till we finish tearing apart and ripping apart week 1. We've got highlights for you guys. This is Nate Burleson. This is Kyle Brandt, Peter Schrager.
I'm still hot on your top 10 fantasy quarterback list.
Go on.
It's true.
Jared Goff might be the quarterback of the most prolific offense in the league this year. He didn't make your top 10.
Who are you taking out? Who are you taking out? You say this to me all the time. You got to put him in.
You got to take one off, Peter. You taking off Andrew Luck?
I thought you were going to say, why don't you have Cousins at number 1?
Cousins is going to be good.
Watson's my number 1.
You make a great point about
was...
Cousins, though. They could be up 30-0 every game in the first quarter. Yes, you know.
What do you guys think?
Deshaun Watson's my number 1. Maximum risk, maximum reward.
Fun.
It's fantasy football. Why not? Take a shot. Don't play it conservative, you know? Go for it.
Think of how high Cam is on my list.
I love it. I love Cam because you get the rushing yards, you get all that. I think Cam's healthy. Healthy Cam is a different
Greg
Cam.
Olsen back.
That's
new
just
OC.
Injuries concern me.
Yeah.
Injuries concern me for some of those guys. It's tough.
So you got to grab that handcuff.
What does that mean?
Hashtag GMFB.
It's actually a good thing.
For the lead block.
Lead block.
Great.
Okay, one full week of preseason actions in the books. Let's talk about what we learned. I'll explain what a fantasy handcuff is to you another time.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It sounds
I thought you were talking
terrible.
about the movie.
It's no.
Fantasy handcuffs?
Talking about with Burt Reynolds?
No.
Oh, it's
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, okay.
That's a different type of fantasy.
Fantasy handcuffs, Kyle. And you talk
Handcuffs.
cop and a half.
Bunch of rapscallions here at the table
We
this
don't
morning.
get down like that in my household. Okay, speaking of my household, here's what I learned.
What'd you learn?
I had a moment over the weekend where I related to the New York Jets. My wife, unannounced on Friday night, tells me that she's going to take both of my kids, 2 years old and 4 year old, did this whole activity all day Saturday with wives and kids. She's gone for 8 hours, all right? I had this windfall of free time to do whatever I wanted. So I'm thinking, like, should I go out and buy an Xbox, like, just for today? Like, I'll just play video games all day. Do people still read? Like, should I read? What should I do? Should I watch Van Damme movies? I can do anything I want. And I kind of felt like the Jets, because the Jets suddenly might just have 3 good quarterbacks out of nowhere, guys. It's incredible. It's like, so let's go back to 2016. We were all just becoming friends. We were all just meeting. And the Jets quarterback situation, you know, they had Petty and Ryan Fitzpatrick and it was Geno, I think. And it wasn't pretty. And at the time, there was an election going on, and there was a bumper stick that was very popular for people who didn't like either candidates that had just said, give me the asteroid. I vote for the asteroid. So that year, just 2 years ago, let me show you a picture of the Jets starting quarterback who they actually ended up going with. Who was the quarterback for the 2016 Jets? There it is! Careening toward the world, ready to destroy Elijah Wood and all his friends. So the fact that in 2 years they have now come from give me the asteroid to take your pick is nuts to me. The Jets, of all people. Now, it's like the Chargers suddenly have too many good kickers. You know what I mean? The USA Network has multiple Emmy nominations. Schrager has a closet full of Yeezys out of nowhere. He doesn't know what to do. And it's not just that Darnold looks good. It's not just that we know the McCown brand. This Teddy Bridgewater has looked great. And this is the franchise, year after year, these long-suffering Jets fans. We can't get a quarterback. We can't get one. And now they're finding $20 bills in their pockets. I don't even know what they're going to do them. They can spend them on anything. It's kind of nouveau riche, kind of exciting. What I learned this weekend, while the Browns might have 2 quarterbacks, the Jets might have 3 good quarterbacks. So much free time, they don't know how to spend it. It was a hell of a Saturday for me. I think it's going to be a hell of a fall for the Jets.
I like that right there.
It's a great Saturday.
All right, talking about the Jets' 3 quarterbacks. I'm glad you went that route, because I'm going to talk about the Baltimore Ravens and their 3 quarterbacks. So this is how I'm going to break it down. The first quote I ever heard about the number 3 is 1 is a loner, 2 is company, 4 is a party, and 3 is a crowd. Super Bowl champ Joe Flacco, he's been the lone wolf, or shall I say the lone raven in Baltimore for quite some time. RG3 found himself on the outside looking into a game he once dominated. Lamar Jackson, one of the most physically gifted QBs in last year's draft, he fell to the 32nd pick. What a trio, huh? All right, now the second quote I heard about the number 3 is Bear Bryant's rules of coaching. Surround yourself with people who can't live without football. 2, recognize winners. They come in all forms. Number 3, have a plan for everything. Now, in reference to that, they all love football. You can listen to, by the way they talk. They can't live without it, and collectively they have won on every single level. And they all got very different skill sets, right? They come in all different shapes and sizes. And due to the success of the preseason, the Ravens have a plan for each guy. Now, the third quote I heard about the number 3 is, death comes in 3s.
Ooh.
Now, I never was a big fan of that, so I'll switch it up. Given the fact that there's been a bit of a rebirth of their careers, if you're paying attention to the Ravens, especially that last game against the Rams, the perception of these guys, or shall I say, the perception of their careers life comes in threes. And for the Ravens, life is good. So shout out to the Ravens and their 3 quarterbacks.
Oh, man. A lot of good quarterback talk going on right now, man.
They look good, Trace. I know
sure
we was
did.
right there watching them live in action against the Rams, and all 3 of those guys look really good.
It's an embarrassment of riches in our league right now. I love that all the stars coming back, the rookies making plays. Love it. So what I love about the preseason, Nate, is seeing the chemistry develop, is seeing, you know, Aaron Rodgers and Jordy, not a thing anymore. Who's going to be the new that? You had Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller, 7 touchdowns in just 4 games played. Who's going to give me that? Where am I going to see fireworks flying across the field from the jump?
Okay.
And it's happening in Minnesota.
Ooh.
And I like it because I kind of called it. I was like, you know what? Kirk Cousins is going to make Stephon Diggs a star before he even got paid, because I feel like Stephon Diggs last year, and he didn't really have a breakout season yet, even though he had the Minneapolis Miracle, this is going to be the year because he has this untapped skill set of being a downfield threat, and that is exactly what will cater to what Kirk Cousins can do. Guys, Diggs last year had 12 targets of 25 or more downfield yards. Okay, so to put that in perspective, Josh Gordon in 5 games had 11. They did not try to go deep to Stephon Diggs nearly enough. We saw it in the preseason game where he, Kirk Cousins completed all 4 of his passes. 3 to Stephon Diggs for 35 yards and a touchdown. I feel like we're going to see this all. It's going to be Cousins to Diggs, Cousins to Diggs deep, 25 or more yards all the time, and I love that. And Cousins, top 5 in terms of completions with yards and throws of over 25 yards in the past season. So he can. That's what he's good at.
Love
and
it.
that's what
Throwing to nobody in Washington.
Yes.
And now he's got Diggs, and I feel like both of those skill sets are going to be boom, 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 fireworks. I'm going to love it. Also, what I learned, because I got my hand via Instagram stories on Stephon Diggs' DVD collection.
Ooh.
Oh, he has one?
He said, I still have DVDs. So I have you guys whiteboards out here. I'm sure you're wondering why they're here.
Yeah, what do we got?
I would like you to guess a movie, any movie, any genre, that you know is definitely in that stack. I'm talking this big of a stack, like 20
Just
or
one
so.
movie?
20 or so movies. What movie is absolutely in the photo that he put on his Instagram stories?
Okay.
By the way, follow Stephon Diggs on Instagram. He's just happy.
He didn't give us no hint, no
He'll
nothing.
put you
When
in
Harry
his
Met
mood.
Sally did not make the cut, I'm going to go with Rush Hour 2. I feel like everyone has the Rush Hour 2 DVD.
They do?
This was something that you got at, it's almost like out of the womb. You get Rush Hour 2 on DVD.
Put it right next to Shanghai Noon.
What's your guess?
Stephon Diggs is childlike to me. I
Yeah.
feel like he maybe might like the Pixar empire, so I'm just going to take a shot. I'll just do Bug's Life. The great John Ratzenberger is in it, and as he is in all the Pixar movies. A Bug's Life. I don't know why.
I'm looking at his swag, and I feel like this is a movie that he kind of embodies like a Mike Lowry. So I'm going with Bad Boy.
Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Weird. The movie savant got it right. He not only has Bad Boys, but Bad Boys 2 the double disc. Let's take a look, you guys.
Every black
he has
dude got
not
Bad Boys
one,
in
but
their
2
DVD
copies of Life.
2 copies of Life.
He needs 2
That's my
copies.
movie.
I know. That's why I have this. He goes everywhere from I Am Legend to
Big Will Smith guy.
the Ace Ventura collection.
Yeah.
Lucy was a little bit surprised.
I don't know. What's Columbiana?
Oh, that's Zoe Saldana.
He's got About Last Night with
Yes.
Rob Lowe.
He got The Town.
What is that doing
About
in there?
Last Night?
Oh, my gosh.
About Last Night is a
This
new
is
one.
gold.
He got Hustle
Kyle,
and
they
Flow.
redid About
The
Last
Town.
Night.
He got Hustle and Flow.
Of course he does. Great Terrence Howard.
Wait, they redid About Last
Yes.
Night?
He
What's
got
it
Little
called now?
Rascals, too.
Why didn't you holler?
He has.
He has all my favorite
But
movies.
he has the Little Rascals.
Holler at me, girl.
Hilarious.
The Little
And he
Rascals.
called somebody out for stealing one of his DVDs. Somebody took the DVD out the house. Bring it back.
They're not even appear to be Blu-rays. I think they're OG DVDs.
I have every one of those movies, guys.
Tell me
Is that
about
weird?
why does he have Life twice?
It's one of the greatest movies ever.
Just in
Me
case he
too.
loses it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that is an amazing segment. I want NFL players to
Yes.
send us not their
Their stack.
DVD stack.
Yeah.
Please.
We'll also take Terrence Newman's VHS stack, too. If he has that,
Yes,
I'm
well
sure he's
done.
got it. That's incredible. What
Well
a
done.
list.
Well done. Okay, that was great. I'm
That
still
was good.
overwhelmed.
About
here.
Last
A
Night.
Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Double
Shoot or
Prada.
shoot.
I know, I love it. I know you do. That's why I did it.
No Devil Wears Prada like me. Okay, anyway. All right. What I learned this week is that the NFL will find you. If you can do it, the NFL will find you. There were so many great stories in the fourth quarters of these games. I'm just going to go through a few of them. And I love that scouts in the NFL have a chance to find these guys and get them on the field. Let's start off with my man, Corey Vedvik in Baltimore. If you guys don't know Corey Vedvik, there he is. He is a Norwegian kicker/punter for the Baltimore Ravens. He's probably not going to make the final squad with Justin Tucker and Sam Cook there.
You never know, Peter.
But you never know. And this guy's 24 years old. 7 years ago, I was watching the Super Bowl. It was the first time they aired the Super Bowl in Norway. And he said, oh, yeah, I want to do that. And now he's in the NFL. Now he's in the NFL, okay? That's one. Okay, how about the next one we got here? How about my man Jordan Akins? He played 4 years of minor league baseball for the Texas Rangers, shows up and plays for the Houston Texans. They put him on the team, and he had 2 touchdown catches in the first time he ever stepped on an NFL field. This is a baseball player turned football player. Scouts will find you. The next one, my man. Cardero Hodge, late in the game, a nothing game. Rams and Ravens, touchdown for Cardero Hodge. He signed to the Rams free agent, undrafted in July, not after the draft. He is from D-Lo, Mississippi, a town of 300 people.
300?
300 total. D-Lo, Mississippi. And then there's this guy.
Okay, here you go.
Jordan Mailata, a rugby player from Australia. We're going to show him blocking a little bit. He did the job. I know he got burned one time. He had never played football in a game, not even an NFL. Never played football in any game at any level until last Thursday night when he played.
Here we go.
Of course, it gives us reason to show his highlights from the Rugby League. National Rugby League in Australia. Just rolling over guys. As great as he looks in these highlights, the first time he ever put on an NFL uniform was in an NFL game.
Said he couldn't breathe.
That is an unbelievable story. Never played high school, never played college, never played in the International League. I love this league because stories like that can come true. I don't know if any of those 4 guys make the teams, but they all have a great story to tell, and that is why we love the preseason.
I just love that Jordan Mailata highlight. You're like, what could I do to include that? Those are incredible stories.
Yeah, Cardero Hodge, D-Lo, Mississippi. D''Lo, Mississippi.
Cardero Hodge. Does he also wear a giant tie?
No, he does not. That's Merrill.
Oh, Merrill. I thought it meant. Okay.
That's what we learned. What did you guys learn? Tweet the show at #GMFD. We love the stories, especially from fans of particular teams that we might miss here in New York City. It is a, preseason's exciting, but it's also brutal for some players and teams. It's a tough start to the season for the Redskins in particular. Rookie running back Darius Geis lost for the season with a torn ACL that he suffered Thursday against the Patriots. For more, let's welcome in our very own Kim Jones. She's in Richmond, Virginia this morning, where the Redskins and Jets are holding joint practice. Kim, how do the Redskins view their stable of running backs now without Geis? What's the plan?
Well, Jay Gruden was asked that very question, Kay, and he said we're okay, that he liked their depth. And I thought it was interesting that he pointed out that when they drafted Darius Geis, it was because he was such great value at that pick, not as a reflection on their running back core. Now, their running game last year, their rushing offense was 28th in the league, so surely they are looking for help. But they think they can get it inside as long as Rob Kelly, Samaje Perine, and Chris Thompson are healthy. But Kay, also worth noting, Jay Gruden's a human being, and he voiced the idea that he's upset for Darius Geis and what he believes would have been a promising rookie season. Obviously, injuries in preseason are the absolute worst.
That's right, Kim. Let's talk about another rookie. Let's talk Jets. Sam Darnold had a great preseason debut Friday. Looking ahead to Thursday's game, I think the question everybody wants to know up against Washington, will he take any snaps with the starters?
I think so. I think he might start that game against these Redskins on Thursday night, and there is precedent for that. Last year, it was Christian Hackenberg who started games 2 and 3 in preseason. At the time, the Jets were hoping he would win the job. Of course, he did not. And this idea that Sam Darnold can win this job is nothing new. When he was drafted, Todd Bowles said he would be given a chance. At rookie minicamp, we talked about it during the spring, and now in the summer. This is a competition, and there is a chance Sam Darnold wins that job, and I think there's an even better chance he starts Thursday night's preseason game against Washington.
Very exciting, Kim. As you know, it's chippy season. It's very, very, very chippy out there. These two teams faced off Thursday at FedEx Field, as Nate mentioned. Joint practice got chippy yesterday, so what are you expecting to see today out there?
Well, I'm expecting less chippiness only because Todd Bowles was not happy yesterday. He said he was going to talk